Hi guys. We'll be starting momentarily. Just me right now. We shall see who else shows up. I'm not sure. Well, hello, Link Triforce. Kirby just told me he's on his way, so Kirby will be here. You know what? Let's just get going. Let's get started. We're close enough. GoNintendo Podcast, Webisode 528, the Swoobat Podcast. Swoobat is a dual-type psychic flying Pokemon. It evolves from Woobat when leveled up with high friendship, much like any other person. Swoobat is a blue bat-like Pokemon. It has fused pointed ears with striated lighter color insides and a pink heart-shaped snout with a single nostril. Swoobat's nose can produce many different ultrasonic waves. When it shakes its tail vigorously, it is producing sound waves powerful enough to destroy concrete. In contrast, it produces waves during courtship, that can gladden any who hear it. Gladden. Two wide, rounded teeth are visible in its lower jaw. A mane of shaggy light blue fur surrounds its neck. Its black wings have a claw at the joint, and its small black feet have 3 toes each. It has a bare pink tail that is twisted with 2 short prongs at the tip. In the anime, it is seen to hang from the tail rather than its feet when it sleeps. Came in the anime. Blah, blah, blah. That's your Pokemon. That's Swoobat. It is number 528. It's a psychic/flying Pokemon. And that's all I got for you. Hello to everybody that's joining just me right now. If you weren't listening a few minutes ago, before the show started, I said Kirby has confirmed that he's on his way. I believe Mom Brain's going to be here. She was doing a garage sale over at her parents' place. So they're wrapping up, and then she's going to head over here. So I don't know when she'll be here, but she should be here at some point. Hello to Roth, Safi, and Link Triforce, and LED Mirror Knight, and Twisted N, and Zero Revolution, and Mitchy Mouse, and Andy the Zombie, and whoever else I didn't see yet. I hope you're having a great weekend. So thank you for joining me here. A few things I want to talk about first. For long-time listeners in our podcast, or viewers, I should say, you'll notice that we have a new iPad. The days of this old sucker are gone. He's not dead, but you know, last week was the straw that broke the camel's back. It was having trouble. Wouldn't let me read comments. Well, it randomly chose what comments I could pick. So I was thinking, like, Amazon's getting that tablet on the 30th, or they're doing the Fire tablet on the 30th for just $50. I was like, I should just spring and get that. Oh, hello. No, thank you. Thank you, Comanche. I thought I just should spring and get it. It's only $50. And it's for the good of the podcast, so why not? But little did I know, Mom Brain was, she's a Verizon member, and she was up for a new phone this week. So she decided to trade in her old phone and grab herself the new iPhone 6S. And why does that matter? Because Verizon had a deal where you could get yourself an iPad mini. I think it's 2, not the 4. And she just couldn't pass it up. She wanted it. Why did she want it? I don't know. But then she told me that I could use it too. So I said, well, that's excellent. I'll use it for the podcast. So here we are. So now I shouldn't have to fight with the iPad anymore. Should be more than capable of doing what I needed to do, which isn't much at all. So say goodbye to the old iPad. It served us well for many shows, but it was time for it to go. When did the first iPad come out? It feels like it was a million years ago, but I don't know how long it really was. But now we're here with this, the new hotness. I also want to tell you about Parents Play. This week we did Runbow, the new Wii U indie game by 13 AM Games. I'm sure you've seen some footage of it. It's a platformer. It's like a platformer. Thank you, Link Triforce. He says iPad was 2010, so not really all that long ago. Runbow is a platformer where you race against yourself if you're playing alone, or you race against up to 8 other people, making for a 9-player multiplayer game. It's a platformer, so side scroller, but it's all about trying to get to the goal first. And the main mechanic is the background colors are changing. And that matters because if the background colors match the color of a platform, you can no longer stand on that platform. So if there's a green platform and the background's blue, you're okay. But if the background changes to green, then you can't stand on that platform. So you have to think as you're playing. It's kind of like a real-time puzzle platformer. You have to react quickly, blah, blah, blah. So I was going to have my parents play something else, which I'm not going to tell you because I'll save it for next week. But turns out my sister was around, Nintendo. If you have been listening to the podcast for a long time, she was around, and I said, well, then we'll switch to Runbow. I asked her if she wanted to be on the podcast or if she wanted to be on the show, and she said yes. She would love to, so they played Runbow. The 3 of them played through a number of levels. Just, run left to right or run right to left, jump a lot, try and get to the end. May not sound super exciting, but it was probably the best episode because there's my dad, who can't play anything at all, which my mom, who plays games quite often, but definitely takes her time with them, not maybe the most skilled Twitch player there is. And then there's my sister, who's been playing games as long as she's been around, and is more than adequate, way more than adequate. She's played and beaten a whole bunch of games. Most recently, probably A Link Between Worlds, just off the top of my head. I'm sure she's played other stuff since then because they have a Wii U. She's been playing Donkey Kong Country, Tropical Freeze. But, yeah, she plays games. So we had good, no skill, decent skill, typical gamer skill. I don't even know what to call that. And they were all playing together. And it made it very fun because 3 different types of players all trying to get to the goal. And you can fight each other and distract each other and prevent each other from going where you want or where the other person wants to go. So it was a lot of fun. That is linked at the top of our site. I apologize. I usually get them up very early Friday morning, but YouTube was taking a really long time to render. And I didn't know if I was going to have to upload it again or not, so I just waited until the next morning, and eventually it clicked over. So I didn't get the chance to post it as the end of the day thought, like I usually do, but I put it up last night. And you guys that are subscribed to the YouTube channel found it anyway. Hello, Mega Travis. So yeah, if you subscribe to the YouTube channel, you'll get that stuff right away. But you don't have to. I'm not up at night worrying about people subscribing to YouTube or anything like that. Just hopefully, if you are watching our YouTube content, you enjoy what we're doing. So there's that. The question for today's podcast is on Twitter right now, if you're wondering what it is. It's about your most prized Nintendo possession. So like I was saying on Twitter, you have a lot of Nintendo games. I'm sure you have some stuff that's merchandise related, like shirts or maybe plush dolls or something like that. But since we're all hardcore Nintendo nerds, or most of us are that are following this site or the Twitter, I was looking to get you guys to talk about your most prized possession. What's the one thing in your collection of Nintendo goodies that you treasure above all else? Maybe something rare, maybe something that just means a lot to you, maybe something that has a great story tied to it. So head over to our Twitter. You can find the tweet. It's like 1, 2, 3. Should be the 3rd tweet down. I'm not begging you to follow us or anything like that. You can just go over there and reply, as long as you have a Twitter name. And we will read your answer later on the show. So if you haven't done that and you want to, I will be happy to read your reply later. There's something else I want to talk about before we get into regular news. We are definitely in the holiday season for video games because the starts of the holiday season, which sounds sick because I can't believe summer's over and fall's already here, and before you know it, Christmas will be here. But yeah, we are in the beginnings of the holiday season for the game industry. The big games are coming out, and lots of games are coming out. And over the last few weeks, I've been like blown away by A, how much there is, and B, how much of it I want to play. There's just like a lot. I mean, I often want to play a lot of games, but seems like this time, I don't know if I'm busier than usual or if there's just more than usual, but I can't keep up with all of it. Like, there's so many titles. And as I usually am every year, I am afraid that some of them are going to get lost in the shuffle. Games that don't deserve to get lost. Although, oh no, I just realized the front door might not be unlocked. Kirby's here. Let's see if it opens. Damn it! I'm coming! Excuse me for a second. I have to disappear. And this is when doing a show by yourself sucks. Right as I saw you walking up, I was like, God damn it, I know that door's locked. Mom brain probably did last night before bed. I'm back. So anyway, there are a lot of games coming out, and a lot of games out right now, or coming out soon. And there's ones that are going to be left behind. There's ones that people aren't going to play because A, they don't know about them, B, they can't afford them. C, they're waiting for a price drop, which will end up killing the game. But there's stuff like... hey,
everybody.
Kirby's here now. There's big stuff that will overshadow a lot of other stuff. Like tomorrow, Lego Dimensions comes out, which is very big for Warner Brothers. And obviously there's a lot of content for that from day one, but they have a whole bunch of stuff planned after that. There's like, what did they say the other day? I think they have content lined up for that game until 2018.
I didn't even realize Warner Brothers owns Lego.
Warner Brothers is...
Because Lego, like, makes all those deals with, like, Marvel and Disney and Universal. And
well, especially with Lego Dimensions, it's like...
Yeah, there's like
all kinds of stuff.
So many licenses getting tossed around.
I don't know how they did it. I guess when you're a big player like Warner Brothers, you can, get to talk to the people you need to talk to. So there's obviously Warner Brothers stuff in there, like Scooby-Doo, and what else is strictly Warner Brothers?
Excuse me. Lord of the Rings, because they own a New Line.
Oh yeah, Lord of the Rings.
Excuse me. Need a drink of water.
And but then there's other stuff like The Simpsons and Doctor Who and Portal and Back to the Future. So it's a big mix of stuff. But yeah, that's like a juggernaut holiday title. And if you're trying to get like all the stuff that's released for that game, as far as like toys and everything, it's a lot of money. And if you plan on sticking with it till 2018, you're going to spend thousands of dollars easy. I've been spending time today trying to decide if I'm going to get it or not. Because there's a few things. I mean, I like Lego games, but there's a few things that I would really like to play in it. Like, I want to play the Portal stuff. I obviously want to play the Simpsons stuff. I'm a big Simpsons fan. And then the stuff that's in there with it, too, I want to check that out. Then there's, like, Back to the Future, which I'm interested in. So there's a whole bunch of stuff there. So that, I mean, like...
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Warner Brothers owns DC.
I didn't
realize they've actually owned it since the 70s.
Well, now that superhero stuff is so hot, they're making big money off of it. So yeah, I mean that one title alone, depending on who's buying it, a parent or something like that, that could eat up the budget for any other games that are out there. But there's indie stuff on Wii U, especially this week, that I want to check out, and I will check out this week, and I haven't had the chance to, but I don't want people to miss out on it. Stuff like Nova 111, which looks really interesting. I'm pretty sure it was on mobile first, or maybe other platforms, but it looks super interesting. It's like a real-time / turn-based game where you play as a ship that stumbles upon a universe. I believe this is what it's like. It stumbles upon a universe that is basically a turn-based universe, but the ship moves in real time. So you can manipulate time how you play to change how the enemies move and attack and stuff like that. It seems to be getting a lot of big buzz, or I shouldn't say big, but a lot of good buzz lately from people that cover indie games. So I'm eager to check that out. There's also Beat Buddy, which reminds me a lot of. It's kind of like Affordable Space Adventures. You're basically it's flying around and shooting stuff, but it's all done with different music, and everything moves to the beat of the music, and everything like sways and bounces to the beat of the music. So each level like has a flow to it, has a different flow to it based on the songs that are playing in the level. And I'm eager to check that one out. And then, like, Shovel Knight got its DLC update, which I've been playing. The Plague of Shadows update, which I really enjoy. And that's free, too. So if you haven't even bought Shovel Knight yet, you got a whole new reason to get it. You could get the regular game and then the DLC on top of it, all for the same price. And that's coming out retail soon. There's a whole bunch of stuff. So what's that game? On PS4, there's, I think it's called Laser Life, which is made by Choice Provisions, the same guy who did the whole Bit Trip series. And it's it's kind of like Rez. It's like a music-based game, which obviously Choice Provisions has done a lot with. So I trust them when it comes to that genre. But it's about like something about like an astronaut and retrieving his memories, and like you're flying like through his consciousness or something. It's like way out there.
So it's like a 2001 type of deal.
And I was watching footage of it. I mean, I've been following it for a long time. There were murmurs of it coming to like the Wii and early on the Wii U a long time ago. But right now it's out on PS4. I don't know what's going to happen later, if they're going to bring it anywhere else. So there's that. And then there's what? Soma, I think it's called, by the guys who made Amnesia. That's out on computer and PS4.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like Space Station Amnesia, basically.
Oh, that'll be cool.
And like I'm just naming indie games. Like that doesn't even come to all the retail stuff. I mean, obviously you're Nintendo fans, so there's stuff like Yoshi's Woolly World and Fatal Frame, which isn't retail here, but still counts. Chibi Robo, Xenoblade Chronicles X. I know I'm forgetting a whole bunch of stuff. We don't have to worry about Star Fox anymore because that got bumped out. Obviously, I forgot The Legend of Zelda Triforce Heroes. That's right around the corner. So a whole bunch of stuff. So yeah, obviously some things are going to get missed out on. But like, do yourself a favor. Do what I'm doing. I made a list of stuff that I know I want to check out, and I also know I will forget about it. There's a game on PC, indie game called Underflow? Under something? It's like an RPG, but it's like an RPG for someone like me, where when you go into your random battles, it's kind of like an action RPG in the sense that the Mario and Luigi series is. Every battle you go into, whether you're defending or attacking, initiates like a little mini game that you play on a little tiny screen. So it'll be like avoid, like all these things flying at you, or shoot at a target or stuff like that. And depending on how well you do, that impacts how much damage you do to the enemy or how little damage you take when they're attacking you. So a whole bunch of stuff everywhere. Obviously, we're Nintendo focused, and there's plenty of content there to talk about. But there's a lot coming out on everything. So keep track of what's going on. Support the little guys, because a lot of them put out stuff that really deserves your attention. And it's hard for them to match the trumpeting that the big guys do, because they don't have the millions of dollars to put out commercials and trailers and get the voice talent that that those games have, and they're not going to be able to match the promotions at all. But don't forget about it. All right, I think that's all the extra stuff. Let's get into some regular news. We had a whole bunch of Pokemon stuff to talk about this week. Broken down into Pokemon Shuffle, Pokken Tournament, Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon, and then random Pokemon tidbits. So with Pokemon, this comes from the CEO of Pokemon Company, Mr. Tsunekazu Ishihara. About Pokemon Shuffle, he says the game has reached 5 million downloads. That's the 3DS version. And they originally intended the game from the start to be mobile and 3DS, so that's how it is. I mean, it wasn't like they put it out on 3DS and they were like, oh, let's do mobile now. It was always their intention. And they said the 3DS demographic is more around middle school age, and smartphone users are more geared towards adults. So they're trying to hit two different markets there. And the main message they wanted to convey is that the app can be cleared from the start without any charges. So you don't have to spend $1. You can play the whole game for free. Pokken Tournament. this game came about because there was a desire to see more realistic Pokemon movements, and it has a different flavor and feel than Tekken. So it's not just Tekken with Pokemon in it. And they're saying it doesn't necessarily appeal to a different demographic. Like, they understand that there may be some people that might play Pokken Tournament that don't play other Pokemon games, but they realize the bread and butter is going to be Pokemon fans. And they say it's got an easy-to-understand fighting system, straightforward and simple to pick up on. And there was an emphasis with Bandai Namco and the Pokemon Company. When the two of them were working on the game, they wanted to make it very clear that it was going to be different from Tekken. They didn't want a parent or a kid to go into an arcade and see the game and be like, well, I got no chance of playing that. And they also didn't want them to go in there and play and have no chance beating like a stranger that's been playing the game for a long time. They're still hoping to do a worldwide spring 2016 launch on the Wii U for the Wii U version, obviously. Arcade 1 is out in Japan. And you can also play a field test at Dave & Buster's in New York. Or in New York City, I should say. And they're interested to see if people will get the version for the Wii U and play a lot at home and then take their skills into the arcade. So obviously that's more on the Japan side of things, but at least we're getting the game. With Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon, their aim was to make a big adventure for kids. And they said that while mobile games are fun, they know that people want a larger adventure, so that's what this is. And the plan was to make a longer game packed with content. And Spike Chunsoft is the developer, and they said that they've never had any other dungeon games before that's been as packed with content as this one. Spike Chunsoft has worked on all of them. Mega Evolution, Legendary Pokemon, the Rescue System, and more are all included from other games. So there's elements from other games that return as well that we don't know about yet. And everyone involved considers this the culmination of the previous games before it. So that begs the question, where does the series go from here? And that's the question they're asking themselves right now. So they're wrapping up this game, putting it out, getting it out around the world, and then they're going to have to figure out what they do with the series from here on out. As far as random Pokemon tidbits, they talk about casual gamers, and they say they're definitely going to continue to factor in casual gamers due to their high appeal. And I hope to expand Pokemon utilizing stuff like Pokemon Global Link, the Pokemon Bank, and continue that stuff on future platforms. And they also specifically mentioned the NX in regards to that. So it looks like that unified account stuff is really going to come in handy if you're a Pokemon fan. They're looking at a large emphasis on cloud services where you can bring your game with you and play when you want, and then move your save back to the cloud. So this is all stuff they're toying around with now. Obviously, they're not saying anything official. And they say more titles like Pokemon Shuffle depend on the ideas that they come up with and the devices that best fit the idea. And they say you will hear more about that at a later date. So lots of Pokemon news to talk about. Obviously, it's a big year coming up for Pokemon because it's the 20th anniversary. So there's lots going on. No need to worry. Vigilante Blade says, I'd rather see less casual adventures and deeper games. Well, Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon is the answer to that right there. They said that's for you. And Pokemon Go, while a mobile game, I'm sure will be a very deep experience because you're going to have to hunt around and catch Pokemon all day long.
So, yeah, I'm sorry, but Pokemon Go isn't the same as like Tomb Raider Go or Hitman Go?
No, Pokemon Go is an augmented reality game / app for your phone, iPhone or Android. And what it lets you do is catch Pokemon in real life.
Oh, that's right. You were talking about
and battle people in real life. And then you can wear that special watch if you want to. Like it's all GPS based and actual. So I'm really excited for the idea. I think it's really cool. Hi, Mom Brain.
Hi.
All right. So how'd it go?
Oh.
Yard sale?
Yard sale.
It was great.
How much did you sell?
How much money did I make, you mean?
Let's say you brought 100% of stuff. How much stuff is left?
Well, I didn't bring any home.
Did you sell all of it?
No.
How much did you sell?
75%.
Not bad. Biggest seller?
That conference phone.
Really? And how much money did you make altogether?
$65.
Wow. Nicely done.
I thought there was more after that.
Oh.
And then my mom gave me 50
Why?
for helping. I need to go upstairs and wash my feet.
Did you know that's just enough to buy me Lego Dimensions tomorrow?
It's just enough so you can go sit on a rock. I hustled all day for
You
that.
buy me that rock then. Nintendo talked about Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer and how the idea came about. This was in a Nintendo Dream interview with the producers on the game. They say the starting point. They say they realize that Animal Crossing is kind of a game that, or a series that divides people. They're like, some people play it and they love it. Some people play it and get addicted to it. Some people are like, there's nothing to do. So they understand it's a divisive title, even though it sells extremely well. And he says there's still people. They say there's still people out there that don't understand what the game is really about, or say that the game doesn't really suit what they like to do. They said they decided to make this a spin-off for the 3DS right from the start. They are aiming to give New Leaf customers something new. So if you enjoyed New Leaf, they wanted to continue with your Animal Crossing experience on the 3DS. And they say, a spin-off is important because you can play any Animal Crossing game for years and years. Like you could play New Leaf from here to the end of time. But they wanted to do a spin-off that gave you something a little bit different, a different twist. Hello, Kirby Starship. They said they were asked, why did you take house creation as the focus of this game? And they said that's because members of the development team really enjoyed that aspect of the game, and they wanted to take a chance this time. They say when the development of a traditional Animal Crossing game comes up to the final stage, the staff creates houses where the villagers live. Then we try to imagine, I wonder what kind of house Bob lives in. So they said, hey, that last part of development might actually be suited to players, and we'll let you guys do all that stuff. So that's what they did. No talk about like the next true installment of Animal Crossing or anything like that, but this is what you get for now. First comment comes from Xeno City, and they say, I love the interior design part, so I'm not complaining. Yes, Mom Brain loves it as well. Europe. This week's digital downloads. What did Europe get? They got Extreme Exorcism. There's another indie game that was part of the Nindies at Home event during E3. So if you downloaded that demo from E3, you get a percentage off this version, the full not retail, but the full release version. Extreme Exorcism is a paranormal platform where every move you make comes back to haunt you. Take on the role of May Barons, an extreme exorcist with extreme measures. Her supernatural skills are called upon when everything and everyone else has failed to rid a haunted house of its ghostly presence. Conventional methods won't cut it with these ghosts. Instead, May comes armed with a deadly arsenal of ghost-busting weapons, from rocket launchers to razor-sharp boomerangs. But these aren't your average poltergeists. At the end of each round, a ghost appears and mimics your every move from the round before. The longer you survive, the more extreme the game becomes. Engage in a non-stop ghost annihilation in 10 eerie areas of the haunted house, each room presenting its own hellish hazard. Brave the winds on the balcony and the fire in the kitchen, surviving as long as you can. With the devilish local multiplayer mode, you can play co-op or deathmatch modes with up to 3 of your friends. And with 50 unique challenges, even the most daring extreme exorcist will be put to the test.
Where's my laptop?
Whoa.
Why do you always ask me where your laptop is? I don't use it. I don't move it. I don't know anything about it. It is not here. I do not know. Also available, Nova 111, like I was just saying. Pilot your trusty vessel through mysterious and foreign planets in its original sci-fi adventure. Your mission, fix space-time and search out the scientists lost in the aftermath of the universe's greatest experiment. Aided only by your trusty, if somewhat sandwich-obsessed guide, you must repair the temporal vortex, navigate mind-warping puzzles, and engage in strategic battles with bizarre astrobiological creatures and a twisted environment where the turn-based world and the real-time world collide. As you progress through 3 distinct worlds, you'll need to protect yourself by collecting new abilities and upgrade modules for your ship. But remember, your greatest weapon is?
Your brain.
No.
Your tits.
No. Science itself. So kind of your brain. The Rivers of Alice Extended Edition is on Wii U. I know next to nothing about this game, but I've seen the trailers, and it looks really interesting. I really like the art style. It's like hand painted and hand drawn. So like the main character is like a pencil drawing kind of. It reminds me of like Shel Silverstein, like that type of art.
Oh, okay.
But the backgrounds are like colored and everything. Whenever Alice falls asleep, she enters a world of fantasy where the player must help Alice face her fears like sloth, envy, or lie. Enjoy the leisurely gameplay, beautiful graphics made using watercolors, ink, and graphite, and the original game soundtrack composed by the indie rock group Vetusta Morla. If you like adventure games, good music, art, and above all, if you're not in a hurry, this is your game. I am kind of interested in that. Brave Tank Hero is available on the Wii U. The Quiet Collection is available on the Wii U. Rock and Racing.
I like the sound of that. The Quiet Collection.
Classic, lighthearted adventure game. Use your wits and a bit of mischief to explore and interact with your environment and solve puzzles in this bundle of 4 old-school adventure games. Those include Quiet Please, Quiet Christmas, Vacation Vexation, and Candy Please. There you go. Mom Brain approved. Rock and Racing Off-Road DX is available. It offers the most entertaining, exciting races with loads of skids, crashes, and amazing jumps. Several modes of play, such as Cup Mode, Time Trial, Multiplayer, with the option of up to 5 players at a time. It's kind of like Super Off-Road, but for today's kids, for today's youngsters that don't want to play a game like that. Skylanders Superchargers is available.
For kids who don't want some guy shouting Ariba at them.
Yes. For kids that would like to play in the comfort of their own home rather than on a greasy arcade cabinet in Pizza Hut.
I mean, but who wouldn't want to do that?
Well, you know, kids today.
What, like to be clean?
Yeah.
Eat healthy?
Right.
No, they play games on their phones. They don't want to go somewhere. You remember it used to be like, hey, Pizza Hut got a new arcade cabinet.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I never did that.
So they'd rather play on their greasy phones than on a greasy arcade cabinet.
Yes, because it's just their grease on there.
Oh, yeah,
The
that's
arcade
true.
cabinet, it's
But
everybody.
that's the fun.
You don't know who's
Then when
greasy.
you're done,
That's
you'll
right.
lick your hand.
Well,
Special offers on a whole buttload of games. Here you go. This is based on games I've played and games I know are highly reviewed. Special offers on so many games you should check out, like Stealth Inc. 2, excellent game. Thomas Was Alone, excellent game. Lone Survivor, very highly reviewed game. The Swapper, excellent game. Ollie Ollie. I don't know if I'd say it's excellent, but it's definitely a lot of fun. What else we got here that's good? We'll say that's it. 3DS got Brave Tank Hero. It also got Gotcha Racing, which you can check out on Nintendo's
Gotcha.
YouTube channel. It's another top-down, like
Gosh,
kind of
Danny.
Matchbox car racing game, but not affiliated with Matchbox in any way, of course. And special offers on some 3DS titles. So a jam-packed week in Europe, and hopefully people don't look over a lot of these indie titles, because I know there's a stigma against indie games with some people. Thank you very much, Burn and Cheese. I appreciate it. Casey44 says, nothing for me this week. God damn you, Casey44. But already got enough to play. This pleases my Skylander portals. That's a good one. Super Mario Maker. People are picking through that game's data to see what's in there that we haven't seen yet, and also to see what we could be getting in a future unlock. And someone found out that an element from Super Mario Bros. 3, which isn't in Super Mario Maker, does have data in the game. Anyone have any guess of what it could be? It is an enemy from Super Mario Bros. 3.
I'm doing music. I'm not listening.
Okay.
No guess at all. All right.
It's not the Hammer Brothers, is it?
No, I think it appears in 2 levels at most, but it's
Okay.
very, very, very well known. He, when you fight against him, or when you're dealing with him, he might get you a little hot under the collar.
Yeah, I don't know his name.
I don't know if he has a name or if we're thinking of the same guy.
Probably not.
It is the sun.
Oh,
That goddamn sun that chases you through one of those levels. Like I said, I think it's in 2. But
So wait, he doesn't even have a name?
I don't know if he has an angry son.
They're supposed to tell you that in the manual.
Maybe it's in there. Yeah, I don't know. But somebody was going through the game data and they found 2 icons in the game data for the son. So he is not part of the game yet, but maybe he'll be added in a future update, or it could be possible they just left him out altogether, because obviously Angry Son would only be part of Super Mario Brothers 3. I don't know that they bring him into all the games. First comment comes from Poots McGee, and they say, I wonder if they were planning on utilizing the DLC in a similar way to how they handled the daily unlocks. Are they waiting on releasing certain things so that people's levels aren't absolutely bull shovel hard right away? I don't know. Interesting idea. North America, this week's digital downloads. What do we get? Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer. We also got Extreme Exorcism. We also got, which I guess it's dropped the subtitle, but we're not going to drop it here, Starwall, which is known as Starwall Just the Tip. Starwall is the #1 local multiplayer couch gaming experience featuring marine mammals in outer space. Remember that. Play with 1 to 4 of your friends in retro epic narwhal battle in space. The heart-piercing action is furious and unrelenting. So basically, I don't know if you guys know what it's like, but
I watched
are narwhals that flop around in space, and the objective is to pierce your opponent with your narwhal horn.
Narwhals.
It looks like a lot of fun. Local multiplayer, obviously. On Wii U Virtual Console is The Ignition Factor, the classic Super Nintendo game where you take control of a brave firefighter as he battles to save people from towering infernos and flame-filled factories. Choose your firefighter equipment, traverse through the dangerous levels of a building engulfed in flames, and rescue the people trapped inside. eShop sales. Let's see if we got any good ones. Elliot Quest, very fun game. That's on sale. Paper Monsters Recut, very highly reviewed game. That's on sale. Phineas and Ferb, Quest for Cool Stuff. I don't know if that's any good.
He pooped.
3DS also had sales on Etrian Odyssey Untold. The Millennium Girl, that's 50% off. What other notable games here? I don't know. Do you still play Yu-Gi-Oh? Because Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal World Duel Carnival is also 50% off. Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal World Duel Carnival. It's time. Theme Shop got the Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer My Town theme. And also new is Hold Your Fire, a game about responsibility. That's on Wii U. Also, Beat Buddy, like I was saying. Nova 11, the other one I mentioned. Mercenary Saga 2 got a demo on the 3DS eShop. And the game we've all been waiting for that I didn't know existed until it came out for the Wii U. Job the Leprechaun. J-O-B.
So
that's Job to me.
It's about a leprechaun whose name is Job?
Unless it's Job.
Oh.
But either way, doesn't look too good. Guy Bond says, not a lot this week. I have been waiting to try out Starwall, though. I'm telling you, at least watch trailers for Beat Buddy and Nova 111. Watch the trailer, see if they interest you. MTV sat down with Takashi Tezuka and Shigeru Miyamoto to talk about Nintendo moving into the Hollywood space, maybe some TV shows, maybe some movies, stuff like that. And they had some interesting things to say. Mr. Miyamoto said that if they do make another Mario Brothers movie, a live-action movie, he said he would really want the actors to be twins. He said they don't have to be identical twins, but he said he would like them to be twins.
Okay.
And he also said that he thought, talking about the Super Mario Brothers movie, the one that we know of, the one that exists, he thought the difference between Mario and Luigi was too much. He thought Luigi, played by John Leguizamo, was too handsome. He said Luigi was very handsome. I'm not joking.
Well, I mean,
you gotta give it to him.
He is better looking than the actual Luigi. I'll give it to Mr. Leguizamo.
I think that's the one thing we all took away from that movie: how handsome Luigi.
Yeah, that was the only flaw in that movie.
That's right. And Mr. Tezuka was talking about a live-action Legend of Zelda movie. Now, let me make this clear. Mario and Zelda movies and TV shows, they're not saying anything's in the work. They were just saying that Nintendo's more open to these ideas now. So if they were to do that, Mr. Tezuka said he thought the character of Link should be played by an unknown, not an actor that people are familiar with. And he also thought it would be great to see them as a female. He would like a female play the role, kind of like Peter Pan, played by a female. So that's what Mr. Tezuka wants. Mr. Miyamoto did not say that. But again, these are just ideas they were tossing out. They also touched on Miyamoto's Pikmin shorts that he did for the 3DS or the Wii U, the little short animated features. And they lead right from there into a question about a feature-length Pikmin film. And Miyamoto is like very cagey about it. Like he's smiling and he says, "Oh, I can't talk about that. Nothing's going on." He certainly makes it seem like there's some sort of discussion going on there. But make sure you watch the interview for yourself. First comment comes from Starcoon, and he says, "I thought the Mario brothers were already twins. It was just that Luigi is the younger twin." Well, it would be by like a couple minutes or something. I mean, the age difference between Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo, it's pretty big.
Yeah.
Here, I made this a top story. Warner Brothers, like I said, is planning to support LEGO Dimensions all the way into 2018, and they may even go longer than that. So Wave 1 is available next week, as in tomorrow. Wave 2 is due out in December. Wave 3 is due out in January. Wave 4 is due out in March, and Wave 5 in May. Now, keep in mind, by waves, I mean like new figurines and new level expansions. And they're planning to continue like that until 2018. They may not do like, the same amount of releases every one of those years, but they plan on supporting LEGO Dimensions in general all the way until 2018. And they say if it goes well, they'd like to continue it after that too. And they also want to make it very clear that if tomorrow you go to the store and you buy LEGO Dimensions, just the base game, which I believe is $100, they say everything in that game right there is enough for you to 100% the base set. So you can get 100% completion in the base set with just the characters that are included in the starter pack. So it's not like Skylanders, where Skylanders starts you off and it'll be like, Skylanders of an Earth whatever can go here. And you're like, ah, crap, I don't have one of those. In this game, you can go everywhere and do everything and accomplish it all in the base set. So obviously the expansions are going to be a little bit different, but if that sways your purchase one way or the other, now you know. I mean, seeing the game supported for that long is great. Obviously, that might change if the game sells like crap, but I doubt it will. But the other thing is, like I was saying, it's going to be a lot of money then, especially for collectors who are trying to get the whole thing. Master of Monster says, didn't they say Disney Infinity would pretty much do the same, yet they made it a yearly sequel? Not saying LEGO will do the same, but still, laughy face. Did my parents play? Today, Sony Computer Entertainment's president, Mr. Yoshida, was talking about his favorite game platforms. And he said, when you take Sony platforms out of the mix, his favorite console is the Wii U. Mr. Yoshida said, I play a lot of Wii U games with my daughter, so that's my favorite non-Sony console. It's always nice to hear the competition saying something kind about someone that they go up against. And we've been hearing a little bit more about that, or like that, from Sony. And then just the other week, Microsoft said something too. I forget who it was. One of their Xbox VPs was like, the console wars are dumb. Nobody gets anything out of them. We should all be working together. And it's like, I'm tired of like mentioning Sony and Nintendo and people laughing. He's like, that's not what should happen. Like, we're all trying to make video game entertainment and trying to make you guys happy. And like he said, I understand the passion of fans being like, oh, I love Microsoft or I love Nintendo. He's like, I get that, but it shouldn't be at the expense of the other companies saying I like Nintendo and I hate everything else. So even if that's how you feel, you don't need to spout that out there on the internet. The internet's got enough garbage as it is. And also worth pointing out, today, some more Super Mario Maker data was found. This is really weird. Some of them make sense. Some of them are very weird. Somebody was poking through the costume data, and costumes are like the mushrooms you get in the game for Amiibo. So like, if you scan in your robbed a robot Amiibo, you get the Rob the Robot mushroom, and if Mario collects that mushroom, he looks like Rob the Robot, but technically it's just a costume Mario's wearing, so if you get hit, that flies off of him and he looks like himself. So they were looking at the costume data, and this data was in the game when it first launched, and then was pulled from the game when the most recent update came out. This wasn't data that we could use in-game. This wasn't anything a regular player could see. This was only something people could see if they were sifting through the data on their computer. So this has been pulled, maybe because they didn't want people finding out it's coming, or maybe because it was left in there by accident, or maybe because it's garbage. I don't know. But there are costume placeholder names for Baby Mario, Professor Egad, something called Golden Retry, R-E-T-R-I. I don't know what that is.
Retry.
Mashiko, Muncher, Nabbit.
Do you want some of my seltzer?
No, I'm okay. Tetris, and then there's one called Windows Logo. So that's the one that makes the least sense out of all. I don't know what that's about. It's probably just a garbage name in there. But stuff like Baby Mario and EGAD, that makes a lot of sense. I would love to see an EGAD costume in there. Maybe there's a Baby Mario amiibo coming. Maybe there's an EGAD amiibo coming. Wouldn't it be nice to see EGAD get a spin-off game of his own? You know who'd be mad about that? Waluigi. Because he can't get a game. But yeah, we don't, you know, with people sifting through this data, you never know if it's actually going to show up in game or not. In the case of Splatoon, lots of the stuff people found has come to the game.
In the case of Baby Splatoon,
did I say that?
the lie detector.
I got you.
You are not the
Ridley Saria says, Microsoft buying Nintendo confirmed. There it is. Yep. The Windows logo. That's a character everybody would want to play in a game. Those are your top stories for the day. Hello, Cedar. All right, Kirby, what have you been playing?
I didn't play too much this week. I played a little more Box Boy.
Box Boy,
I really
baby.
like Box Boy.
Yeah, I'm only on like World 6, I guess.
That's the perfect type of game for pick up and play.
Yep.
How's that working? You like the new iPad situation?
The new iPad was great, yes.
Good.
So you're playing Box Boy, it's going well.
Yep. I downloaded the demo for Dying Light. I'm still like getting used to you know, searching the PlayStation what is it called, the online store.
Well,
What happened?
so the regular podcast just stopped recording. I was looking at it and I was like, something's weird here.
Oh, boy. When did it stop?
Boom, boom, just now.
Okay.
Bop, bop, bop. You guys can hear us. All right, you continue. I'll fix this.
Okay. Yeah, so I downloaded the Dying Light demo because I still haven't played that, and yeah, it was just wanted to get a feel for it. So that was interesting, and that's about it for me.
Mom Brain, what have you been playing?
You know what I've been playing.
How's it
Is
going?
it Animal Crossing?
It's going great. Am I allowed to talk more about?
Yeah, the game's out. You can say whatever you want.
All right. So, am I reviewing it today?
Not on the podcast. No, we will set up something. You can say whatever you want.
All right. So, basically, if you didn't already know, and I'm sure you probably do, I want to get a case for that. So pretty much Happy Home Designer, you're really, from the get-go, you have a lot of access to a lot of things. So like you have unlimited funds. So there's two separate, so far, and I'm pretty far into the game, so I can't see it changing too much. There's two ways you can design things. At first, the only way you can do designing is 3 customers a day come to Nook's Happy Home Place, and you have to design their homes to their specifications. So each character's home that you design comes with a new set of home design stuff.
For example?
So for example, someone will come to you and say, I want a cozy home. And then you get like bookshelves and cozy wallpaper and cozy floor and, you know, things that would go in a cozy home. You design for that person. And then you always have those items available. As time goes on, you obviously build a bigger catalog of things. You can also use play coins back at Nooks to unlock other options for yourself.
It's nice to have something you use play coins on.
Yeah. Luckily, I had a butt ton of play coins already, but you can only unlock one thing a day. So you can unlock things like redesigning windows. You can unlock things like soundscapes for the homes. You can unlock, all sorts of different things. And you can also design home, like pick where the home is going to be placed within the map, and then what size the home looks like on the outside. Mm-hmm. But so far, I've only been able to do like 2 bedrooms. So it's not like, if you put a castle in, it's still only one room on the inside. And you can also do some designing on the outside of the house. I did one house that was a game themed house, and it had all like different Mario stuff.
Is that the one I saw?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's pretty cool.
That was a nice house.
So that's the main way you can design. And then Isabel comes to town. And you already have Digby, who is Isabel's brother, and he works for Nook. So you work with Digby at Nooks, and then Isabel comes into town and is like, oh, we're kind of we're trying to like reinvigorate the town. So you have to help build all these structures in the town. So you can build a school and like a little like 7-Eleven convenience kind of a place, like Nook's original.
Yeah.
Is Digby a mole?
No, he's a dog, actually.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure his name is Digby.
Close.
Well, dogs do like the
dogs do dig, yes.
So then you design like a cafe, a shop, and then once you do all of her first rounds of improvements on places, then you can do, now I'm into where I can do a bigger department store, or like some bigger places with a second floor and more rooms and whatnot. So, and each of those comes with its own set of fun items you can put in. So it has not lost my interest yet, and this is probably the 3rd week I've had it.
I mean, when you sit down to play, you play it for a good amount of time too.
Yeah, I try to do like one town improvement project and one home if I can get around to it. I find that the actual designing is easy. Like it's not hard to like get through menus and pick items of furniture and place them, and it's really kind of intuitive and easy to use, especially if you're in Animal Crossing. I wouldn't know if you weren't an Animal Crossing person. Maybe it's got a little more of a learning curve, but I don't think so. It's not that hard.
Ling Triforce wants to start a petition for you to start or to finally finish Majora's Mask.
All right.
All right, well, not going to do that.
Give me some signatures.
Is that all you've been playing?
Yeah.
No Frozen Freefall or
No,
Maleficent Freefall on your fancy new phone?
No. Oh, well, I just got my fancy new phone, so.
All right. What have I been playing? I didn't play too much this week because I was super busy. Played some Destiny, but not a lot. I played Runbow, and I really like that. I mean, I've said what there is to say about it. Running, jumping, get to the goal. It's fun. And I've been playing Shovel Knight's Plague of Shadows DLC. And while it takes place in the same levels, there's different layouts and different enemy placement. And it really does feel like a different game because Plague Knight controls completely differently from Shovel Knight. He's got a terrible double jump. And his attacks aren't necessarily direct depending on what upgrades you have. He like throws his potion bottles, and you can get things that change the arc of them. You can get things that change what happens when they hit the ground. Like some of them you can make hit the ground and explode in a wave of fire. Other ones you can make into a big explosion. Then you can get different types of shots. So it is very different. And you charge up your potions to like to explode in air to get like a 3rd jump. So you do like your regular jump and then your 2nd jump, which is really crappy. And then you're supposed to be charging while you do that, and then you let go to cause an explosion that blasts you across the room. So it plays very, very, very differently. And I really like it. It makes it a unique challenge. I also went in and did the whole challenge mode and completed all those, which is a lot of fun because I like that extra challenge. So half of them are like specifically designed challenges where it's like, you know, pogo across this whole room, or kill all the enemies, or blah. And then other ones are like beat whatever knight, doesn't matter who it is, because you go through all of them, but you have a certain time limit. Sometimes it'll be like 20 seconds, other times it'll be a minute. So you have to find out the quickest way to defeat them and do it pretty much perfectly, which I think is a lot of fun. So I did all that. So I'm really enjoying that. I haven't had time to sit down and get back into Metal Gear, and I really want to do that. Like I was saying, I want to play Nova 111, and I want to play Beat Buddy. My goal is to play one of those today. Then Lego Dimensions, I'm going back and forth on it. I want it, and I don't want it because I don't want to rope myself into buying expansions later, but I think I'll probably get it.
My mother wants to know what to get you for Christmas.
Well, Christmas is too far off.
Well, I mean for expansions.
Lego Dimensions is tomorrow.
All right.
Can't wait.
Can't wait. And also, what I've been playing Pac-Man 256. But I had I found out something wonderful today or yesterday. I was on the App Store just doing something else, and it said trending searches, which I never look at. And there was one in there, and I was like, wait, what? And I clicked it. A mobile version of Happy Wheels is now available. One of my favorite games on the computer of all time, made by the official guy, like it's an official release, with some new tweaks made to it. Now you can there's slow motion, so when you get into certain situations, you really get to see yourself explode. Right now, it's just 15 levels of the Segway guy, but you can scroll through and see that they're going to do brand new levels for everybody. The old guy, my leg, the fat lady on the shopping cart, the lovers on the moped, the pogo stick guy. They're going to do them all. So it's free. I think you can get a paid version if you want to skip ads, but I don't find the ads to be that big of a deal at all, actually. So I've been playing that in any spare time that I get when I'm sitting at the computer uploading something or whatever. I love that game. I always find it funny. It's great. And it's just as gory and gross as it is on a computer. So it's everything you want. If you don't mind gross gore and you like trying to make it through obstacle courses, get Happy Wheels. It's a lot of fun. All right. I'm pretty sure I lost the whole podcast minus this part, but I have the YouTube video, so I can just rip the audio from there. I'm really not that upset. It'll all work out, but I got to do something else on the computer anyway. I'm going to read your answers to our Twitter question.
You're not going to do that on the iPad?
I would have to log in on the iPad.
Oh, good God.
What does that mean?
Just saying. Sounds like it would be horrible.
Well, there are reasons why I'm not doing it, and I will tell you that later.
Okay.
But like I said, my question today for you guys is, we're all big Nintendo fans with sizable game and merchandise collections. Well, what's your most prized Nintendo possession? Ryan Higgins says it was the Star Fox bomber jacket, but it ended up going to Goodwill by accident years ago.
Oh, sad.
So he says right now it's my complete U.S. Amiibo collection. Nintendo Act 2 says, I really like this particular item, and they show that they have a Nitro emulator that is officially property of Nintendo. So, long story short, like a development setup for the original DS, which is really cool. Oswald Satriani says, I have some other goodies, but I don't have the pictures right now. He's showing off his Amiibo collection, his Legend of Zelda 3DS collection. Yeah, lots of Legend of Zelda stuff for 3DS. Golden Triforce says, my Wii U, honestly. Biohazard Fan says, besides games and systems, I would have to say my huge Pokemon card collection, and Pokemon is obviously Nintendo related. It's true. Dark Arms says, three-way tie between Wii collection, E3 shirts, and a Mario hat. Royal Pizza Boy. That's a great name. You know, at the end of the day, it's probably just my Game Boy Advance SP, which was my first Nintendo console. I remember you getting your GBA SP at the P-Bird Mall.
Yep.
I remember that day.
The NES.
Yeah. I don't know
version.
why I remember it so fondly, but I do. R42 says, Club Nintendo Messenger bag is the best school bag, especially while in China. Fit right in with the man purses. Bert Poffin says, all my Pokemon games, especially Diamond. It was just a magical time, and the only game my bae played with me. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Salvador RPG says, my Japanese Mario Galaxy soundtrack. Yes, that's a great one. Nathan Eldridge says, my World of Nintendo cabinet. Remember these things? Like KB Toys had them.
Oh, yeah.
See the picture? It's the nice World of Nintendo shelf with all his goodies in it. He's got a lot of fun stuff in there. The Mega Travis says...
Oh, bless you.
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
The Mega Travis says, my plush Mario, because he's my favorite character and my Wii U game collection. A lot of past games have been traded in. Oh, you know that feeling, my friend. Whiskey Cupcake says, wonderful 101 signed by Mr. Kamiya. My Kickle Cubicle cartridge on NES and a Princess Peach drawing by my sister. Oh, that's nice. The Mirror Knight says some of my Kirby's with pictures of all kinds of Kirby figurines. Those are some nice ones, too. Courtney G311 says, I'd have to say my Animal Crossing 3DS XL. We've been through a lot together. Hylian Tom says, probably my Zelda-themed wedding band. And here it is. 2 wedding bands with Triforces on them. Matt M666 says, I guess Ikaruga and Pikmin 2 for GameCube. Mr. Bever says, a Mario Brothers Game & Watch. The Bottling Factory one. Tasty Noodle says, a Pokemon Coliseum GameCube carry case, I think. I'm not sure why. It just brings back memories, I guess. Haiku Homer says, my tastefully artistic nude painting of Romy Cowboy. Well, please forward that to me. I would like to see that. And I'm available for posing. The Gomes family says, single item, no amiibos, would be Hyrule Historia. That Xenoblade X bundle has a chance to overtake it in a few months. Hikomori Media says, I want to mention that my Pikmin nipples are pleased with the movie possibility. They do flower when I rub honey on them. Archer9234 says, my Japanese Rob the Robot. There you go.
Wow.
Hikomori Media says, my Panic Restaurant is cool, but I'm going to go with my Virtual Boy and Wario Land. Shame there's no Virtual Boy representation on the Virtual Console. I hear you, my friend. Jasper V8909 says, it's not that big a deal compared to others, but honestly, my original NES. I think that's a real big deal. Martin Stuff says, the friendships I got from knowing fellow Nintendo fans. Yeah, that wasn't a proper answer, was it? No, it counts. It counts. Jacob Schmoo says, Pokemon Silver. Sorry, I'm looking at his pictures. All of his Amiibo stuff. His GBASP NES edition.
Oh, nice.
Link Triforce says, my special edition Wind Waker HD Wii U and Majora's Mask new 3DS XL. Biscuit Space says, my NES Amiibo. Grumble Volcano says, Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. I like that game so much that I'm keeping it even though I could sell it for like 150 pounds. Yeah, it's funny that you bring that up. I saw that on GameStop today for their trade-in stuff, and that's a high-value one. Paunchberry says, my Import Mother 3. Despite hardly knowing any Japanese, I've beaten the game multiple times over the years. JC Mendoza says, my GameCube collection, Metroid Prime 1 and 2, Eternal Darkness. I worked very hard on having only good stuff. Sure Master says, Xenoblade Chronicles, Majora's Mask 3D, the Collector's Edition. Smash Brothers... Super Smash Bros. Collector's Edition, Earthbound, plus guide, and scratch and sniff cards, and a sealed copy of Cory in the House for DS.
Who doesn't love scratch and sniff?
Nestor64 says, mine would probably be Gold Zelda Edition Game Boy Camera. It was only available through the Nintendo Power Catalog. That's a really good one. And Mitchy Mouse lastly says, I love my Zelda-related Amiibos. There you go. That's your favorites. All right, Mom Brain.
Yeah.
Can you please play us some music?
Love to. All right.
Oh, dear.
Whoopsie daisy.
Whoopsie doodle.
All right. So, this first little ditty comes from our friend Bowling for Bear.
replace the system. Well, here comes the end of us doing well. That sounds a little synthy. It's either...
Is it a game?
It sure is, Curry.
Oh, good guess.
First party?
Yep.
Alright, it's not Zelda. What
No?
else would have music like this first party? It's not a Fire Emblem.
No, it's not.
Is it a Tales of Symphonia?
Nope.
No.
First party, what would have music like this?
Oh, it is first party?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Feels like RPG-ish.
It does kind of.
Like it's not like a Mario or a Kirby or something.
No, it's not.
Am I right in saying it's RPG-ish?
I think it is.
Okay, well then that narrows it down. That's not Fire. It's got to be Pokemon.
Yep.
Oh, it's that one called like Gales of something or other. Yeah.
Is there another? Is there?
Yeah, it'd be like Pokemon Gales of some Wind or something.
I believe that's true. Well, it's Pokemon Coliseum, but he
Oh.
said he would accept both.
Except both what?
Both answers.
Well, my Gales answer?
Yeah,
Oh, really?
I think so. I apologize, Bowling. for that, but
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure he said he would accept either. Because
Okay.
it might be in both.
Okay.
So, my apologies if that is not in fact.
No,
your
no, no,
intent.
no. We'll take the point.
You keeping track?
Yes.
Next, so that was from Bowling
How many
for
songs
Bear.
we got? 10?
Yeah. Here comes one from My Body is Ready.
Why do I know this? Can I hear the rest of it? Oh, I know, because I hear the gulp gulp. It's Tiny Toon Adventures.
It is. Isn't that funny? We were just talking about that. So that was from My Body is Ready, and it was Tiny Toon Adventures. This one's from Johnny 2900.
Johnny.
Johnny?
Metroid?
No.
Really?
Oh, okay. Smash Brothers?
No.
Metroid Zero Mission?
No.
It's definitely Metroid.
It's not Metroid. Well, I mean, it is, but it's not.
Oh, I hate that.
Is it a music game?
No.
Okay, is it NES Remix?
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh.
Is it a puzzle game? Tetris.
Yeah.
Tetris DS.
It is Tetris DS.
Not this time, asshole.
That was Tetris DS from Johnny 2900.
Yeah.
Here comes a little ditty from Hylian Hero
That's
LOC.
This is a Double Dragon? Right?
It is a double dragon.
Now, which one? Two?
Yeah.
Wow.
Double Dragon 2. And that came from Hylian Hero.
Does that have a subtitle?
Oh. The Revenge. Okay. Next one comes from Nintendo.
Oh, dear. It's not first party, right?
I don't think so.
I don't even know what system. 3DS?
It is 3DS.
What about Star Baby?
Inception 2, something. No. Just want to make sure it wasn't Stargate. I don't know. Forget it. He got us.
X Troopers?
Yeah, never. You know, because I've been getting his lately. Now he's going to go really out there.
Listen, he sent them for the month for a month, so it's
Oh,
not
all right, all right. Hey, he's just good, okay? He's just good.
Link 601 sends us this one.
This is familiar.
I think it should be.
Is it a Zelda game?
It is.
Now, which one? Hyrule Warriors?
No.
A Link Between Worlds?
No.
Link's crossbow training?
Yes.
Oh, good job.
Boy, Kirby. That was from Link 601, and it was in fact Link's crossbow training.
I need to play that again. Should have my parents play that.
Oh, God.
That'd be a good one.
Here comes one from Maximilian X.
Earthbound.
Yeah.
Let it go. It happens. That's funny.
That sounds like cat throw up. That is not what the cat sounds like when he's throwing up. He does the.
Yeah, I love that Earthbound soundtrack.
It's a fly jam.
It is a fly jam.
Right? Couldn't you see us just like rolling down the city street with that? Is that a sunburn on the back of my neck?
Next song, you definitely did. Wow.
Cute. All right, so that was Earthbound from Maximilian X. Here comes one from Ultros.
Wait, is this back Sanity or
Nope.
Shadowgate?
Mm-hmm.
It's Wizards and Warriors.
Oh,
That
that's
it is. It's Wizards
I
and
love
Warriors
that song, man.
from Ultros. Here comes one from Thalia Pal.
That sound, it could be. It's such a hard sound to place. 3DS?
No.
DS?
No.
GBA?
No.
What is this? What system?
Cube, I think.
Really?
Here's a hint.
I don't need a hint. Not yet. Is it a Mario game?
Sure is.
Yeah, alright. So it's like Paper Mario.
It's not.
That's in your door.
Nope.
It is a Mario game? Alright, so it's like Mario Party.
Yeah.
Mario Party 6.
Nope.
Mario Party 7. Mario Party 8.
Nope.
Mario Party 9.
Nope.
Mario Party 5.
Nope.
Mario Party 4.
Yep.
What did 4 come out on? That's not a GameCube game, is it?
That's your friend. See what they say.
Alright, we got it. What are you doing?
Saying, find your own.
She's doing music over here and logging into Dunkin' Donuts.
oh, yeah.
Well, because I got a new phone, I can't pay at Dunkin' until I log back in, and I forgot my login. And dark roast any size is $1 today with your card. So I would like to freaking go out and get my free dark roast.
All right, calm down. I can tell you get Nancy about it.
Lordy B. This last song comes from Wired.
Well, it's Duck Hunt, but it's not Duck Hunt. Can you turn it up? Jesus Christ, what is this?
Wait, was Duck Hunt in one of the NES games?
No. This is. Oh, is it like they redid Duck Hunt? Is it just Duck Hunt?
Nope.
Is it we play?
Nope.
Can I have a system?
Is it Wii or Wii U? It might be Wii U.
Wii Party, Wii U Party. God damn it! I know it's Duck Hunt.
Yeah.
Nintendo Land.
No.
Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
Smash Brothers Wii U 3DS. Or Smash Brothers Brawl.
I think it's Wii U 3DS.
Oh, it's got to be because Duck Hunt Dog is a character.
Think, yeah.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
All right. So there you go. I'll play.
I had
this.
this. One thumb. That means we got one wrong. Well, if you're gonna play it, turn it up. Okay. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I have to end the show now because I have to see if I can save the podcast. So hopefully you're listening to this and you know it was saved.
It's only 4:30.
It's like 1:20. It's like an hour 20, I think.
Well, we usually go like 2 hours, though, right?
No, we usually do like 1:35, somewhere around there. Okay. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Oh, I might as well save this part of the show. Part 2. Yeah, usually when the show craps out, it'll say, when I restart it, it'll say, there's some files that didn't end correctly. Would you like to delete them or save them? And this time it didn't even give me that option.
Oh boy.
I was watching the line for where it records, and it like went from like a normal line to like a whole bunch of like this, and then it just went nothing. And then the computer went.
Has it done that before?
No, never. First time I've ever seen that. All right, guys. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to leave the after show.
6 donuts for $3.99.
That's a good deal.
$1 off any medium or larger culotta.
Got to save the after show, or I'm gonna have to leave the after show and try and save the show. I think it'll be fine because I can rip the audio from YouTube anyway, so I'm not worried. But it would be like the first like 45 minutes. So thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. If you saw it live,
Did you
may
try
have got...
Cinderella Freefall?
Not yet. No, I haven't, Roth. Sorry. But I want to. I definitely want to. I saw it the other day and I almost got it. There's just so much I want to play. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Listen, thanks for hanging out. And you got to enjoy the show in its purest form because I don't know what the hell downloaders are going to get. So take that to your grave. We'll see you next week. Goodbye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.